Hello, you magnificent bastards. Welcome back to Crusader Kings 2. I'm, of course, the Revenge, and today we're going to continue with Dawn of the Vikings, where we tried to become Vikings. And last time we became the king of Swithyod. Well, we were already petty king, but now we're the actual king, because right now we're holding the kingdom title of Sweden, and not just the Jarldom of Swithyod, which we held before. So we at the end of last episode we actually started the war with Sepmi, which is this chiefdom over here, and we're about to fall into his country at the end of this. Oh well, at the start of September, I guess. End of September, start of September, something around there. So let's continue on and murder this guy. Basically, once we get this country, he won't exist anymore because he will have lost his titles, so he'll be gone, which is good. He's got the last little bit of Sweden left that isn't ours, and we want it. Because if we look at this, this is everything that belongs to Sweden. Look, and the de jure even says Swithyod now, so that's good. Well, actually I say that, this guy of course as well. But maybe we can convince him to join us. We can, okay. My raiding party and my marshal gathered up to fight for me. I've grown tired of my effeminate pacifism. I was attacking something. And have gone home to their wives, but not before picking up everything they could find of value. What bastards. I mean, they were actually in here, I think. Yay, he's also my vassal now. That's good. So don't you worry, you don't have to fight yet. We're just beating the crap out of these guys. And this has also become something that's owned by this guy. So he also owns this, I believe. So he's getting really large. He's actually conquering the kingdom of Norway for us. Speaking of which, I was actually thinking last time, what we have is a chancellor here who is improving diplomatic relations. That's fine, but we'll soon run out of things we can conquer because we only had a claim on everything in Sweden, so the rest is harder to conquer. So we have to actually make some claims, and we do that by going here into Finland, I guess. I'm just debating which side. I think this one is better for us. So we're just gonna try and get Suomi. That'll be our goal. Get a claim here. It's only 8% chance, but you know, whatever. Maybe if it works, we can just send some men in there. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. Yay, we got it. So offer peace, force demands, and it's now called Lapland instead of Sepmi. So we got it. I mean, we can still control it. We're still not over our limit. That's good. It's only this mountain in the way for us to get our name completely connected everywhere. Well, aside from this little land here, but that's an island. We can never connect that. So we would actually need Jämtland. Maybe you can. Oh, wow. Okay, fine. If you want to join me, just join me. It's most unfortunate to happen that you hold a title that all agree should rightfully be mine. In order to lift this dark cloud from our relations, may I suggest adjustment? He would get the Jarldom of Skane. Who is this guy? Well, the thing is, yes, I hold too many duchies. That actually hurts us at the moment. But on the other hand, well, I would lose them anyway to Ragnarr. So I guess it's fine. Sure, have it. I think that also he already belonged to my my country when we started out. So I think this is good. This might help. So yeah, he swears fealty, so we now have a giant Swithyod. This whole thing is now ours. And let's see if he would care to join us? Yes, he would. And he? Would he too join us? Yes? We're just conquering Norway by diplomacy. He will agree. This guy then. No? Okay. This guy? Maybe? Yes? Yes? Okay. Child likes a guardian, but it's only one of our daughters, so that's fine. Okay then. Now that I border you. Now you would join. And you then? You would also join. So, Svein of Blackinge has provided me with proof that Thrandir of Slesvig has been viciously slandering me. How should I use this information? Expose and denounce him publicly, giving me a reason to arrest him. So I could arrest him. Right now, he is our cousin actually. And does he hate us? No, he's not in any plot or anything. Threaten Thrandir with exposure unless he stays out of all factions. I think I'm just gonna keep this information to myself because I don't think I can do anything that really helps us. Patience is a virtue, but sometimes it gets on my nerves. My son Randver never loses his temper, always waiting patiently for a chance to retaliate. It's good, would make him patient, but we don't want him to be patient, we want him to be wroth. That gives him extra martial. He's already got good martial, so maybe patient is better this way. But he would also get some intrigue. This would make him a well-rounded character, while this would make him a very martial character. This would also do something. This would gain me... Oh no, this would gain me intrigue. And my son prestige. And some people hate him. Oh, that's fine. Sure, do that. Get some intrigue. That's all fine. So now we're actually over our vassal limit because of all the things we handed out. Or actually got into our realm. This is the Earldom of Swithiod. This is the Earldom of Shelland. And I believe we still own those countries. So yeah, let's not give that away. This is Ostergotland. We also own land there, so we don't want to lose that either. Västergotland. We don't own anything there. This guy hates us. This guy likes us. This guy isn't very strong and doesn't really like us either. So let's just give him this thing. That would make everyone like us. Get us under the vassal limit. Get him to like us a lot. So yeah, that actually helps us a lot. It's good. Our country is even better now. Now I assume that this guy wouldn't want to become our vassal. I can actually not even ask him. Oh, that's because this guy is actually because there's not enough difference in rank and all that shit. The day the earth shook. The day the earth shook, the people screamed and buildings cracked. A cloud of foul-smelling air swept over the village, making torches and fires burn bright green for several hours. It took a couple of days repairing the cracked buildings and salvaged items from the few older houses that had collapsed. Luckily, everyone escaped unharmed. I slowly walked through the city, examining the buildings and noting what remained to be repaired with an excited peasant approaching me. Without bothering with formalities, he told me about a giant crack in the ground just outside his farm. He wanted me to come and inspect it and perhaps determine what to do about it. A flaming gap? Or go away. Why do you bother me? Of course, show me the way, peasant. So, if I do this, I get the Gates of Hell event apparently, and I get some general opinion penalty and some piety loss. But that's from Flaming Gap, which I also would get here. And this also gives me a chance to become slothful. Am I already slothful? No, I'm not. So let's just go to the Gates of Hell. This could be interesting. Someone wants to kill someone else. Well, that's great. Gate of Hell. The foul smell that had swept over the city the day the earth shook slowly crept up on us and retched involuntarily. The wound that had burst open in the farmer's field spewed fire and brimstones, and we stopped, aghast at the sight. The flames and fiery stones threatened to bear ground around the gap. The farmer was lucky his fields lay fallow. Don't know what the last part means. I assume it has to do with farming. Maybe someone who plays Farmville a lot can explain to me what is happening in that last bit. But this would remove, in both cases, Flaming Gap from me and gives me Wailing Gap, which increases the monthly piety loss to 0.4. We now have 0.2, I believe. And it would also have a general opinion penalty of 3 rather than 2. And it would upset the upland people, giving an extra revolt risk. That is actually decent. However, and it only lasts like 2 years. But we could also take a closer look at this and get the the Gate and its Tortured Souls event. That seems more interesting. I'm sorry. So let's... Oh, there we go. The Tormented Souls of Hell. Wailing screams and cries for help seem to emit from the burning gap. The farmer grew pale and refused to take one step further. I walked as close to the hell hole as I dared and tried to peek down. Apart from the occasional fiery stone and eyebrow-licking flame, I could see nothing. The wailing and the screams seemed to increase until it felt as if my head would explode. I stumbled backwards, felt the ground shifting beneath my feet, and would have fallen into the pit if the farmer hadn't grabbed my arm and pulled me away from it. It's just a hole, right? Which would give me the Gates of Hell instead of Wailing Gap, which again increases my monthly piety loss to 0.6 this time and increased the general opinion penalty to -5. But it ends there. I need this gap closed now is also an option, and that there is a way to close the gap, but how is the next event we will get. And let's have that event, it seems fun. This might actually be something from the Sons of Abraham expansion, DLC. I don't know. Close the gate to hell. I gave the wisest men and women of my court 3 days to come up with a solution on how to close this gap that seemed to open the whole way to hell. Within 3 days, they had all thought of different solutions to the problem. Try filling it with stones. The hole cannot be abyssal. Okay. Sacrifice the most precious thing in the world, which would be my son. No. We're gonna try and fill it up with stones. Because I'm not gonna sacrifice Ragnarr. Because that would be foolish. Rolling stones. Cartload after cartload of rocks and gravel were shoveled into the gap while the workers desperately tried to stay clear of the flames and the fiery stones that seemed to increase in number. The screams of pain from the bottom of the pit affected the workers, and some refused to keep shoveling in the gravel. At the promise that them no one was strapped down there, but did not want anyone to descend into whatever madness the pit was. Could keep shoveling, which has a 90% chance of working, or I could say it's an impossible task, and that would bring me back to the one with Ragnarr, I think. So keep shoveling. Hopefully that'll do it. Did it do it? It worked! Yes! Finally! The gap finally closed. No more fiery stones and flames. No more wailing voices from the underground. The gates of hell was filled in with stones. Great! So that actually gives us 5 years of extra prestige, 0.5 actually, extra martial by 5, and extra general opinion by 4. So we now have a martial of 30. That's insane. Let's see if we can actually attack anyone. Oh, this is all owned by one guy. Declare war. Claim Finnmark. Could do that. That's for someone else actually. Probably won't work because we would just install him and then have a independent country over here. Conquest Finnmark or Conquest Kemi. Oh, the guy from Öland has died, which is good because I think he was trying to do all kinds of crazy stuff. And we need a new steward. And we could get this guy because he's actually quite good. And we could have him build a legend. That's fine. Or we could settle tribe. That is actually what we should have done. Well, you know, come later. Because right now I don't believe. Yeah, this is Lappish, so we can settle our tribe here. That would be good. Let's see actually if there's any more Germanic areas. What this actually is. But they are also king, so I doubt that they would become a vassal of mine. And well, we could actually ask these guys if they want to join. See, offer vassalization? No, they don't want to. Distant realm, yeah, that's normal, I guess. Can actually see because I think we can now become the king of Norway as well. Denmark is 300 gold, and this also 306 gold. So yeah, if we look at the Jure kingdoms, actually we would see that this is actually an area that we would need to own. And right now, actually, because of all the titles we own, we would actually incorporate Denmark into our country in another 98 years. So in 98 years, Denmark actually becomes a titular titular title because we own everything of it, and it becomes part of Sweden. At the same time, a lot of Norway would become Sweden, the Jure Sweden. But you know, that's a long way away, and probably by that time we're already, hopefully, emperor. Maybe we can try. My son Randver is modest and humble, never showing off or bragging. Well, it would be good if he's humble because I think that makes him less likely to attack when he grows up. So let's do that. Can we attack him actually? We could already do the conquest of Suomi. And we would get it. So, you know what? I think we could use a little bit more land. So let's attack this guy. Conquest of Suomi. Sure. So we can move this guy to I don't know, over here, I guess. Because I think that those wars actually have a timer. So once you've done it, you can't do it again for some time. So everyone is answering my call. Is there anyone who doesn't? Yeah, yes, some people, but not too many. So everyone is just gathering up now. And hopefully soon marching on Suomi. Don't even have to do anything ourselves. Again, like we did last few times. You could almost call us craven. Are we craven? Yeah, no, we're brave actually. Well, maybe we should go to war, but then again that costs a lot of money and don't want to lose money. Is there actually anything we can build? We can build with prestige. I forgot about that. My liege, it pains me to say, but there's a traitor in the realm. This rotten egg is plotting your downfall. I enclose the damning evidence with this letter. And it's Hauker of Vermanland. He seems like a good guy. Thing is that when I click this, he actually is branded a traitor. So basically what happens is rather than him being a traitor, like game mechanic wise, instead this would make him a traitor. Evidence, this is nonsense. So I could, you know, make him like us less. Tip of the victim. I think Tryggve is the real traitor. You know what? I'm gonna tip off the victim. I'm not sure what that does, but whatever. Doesn't matter too much. Let them fight amongst each other. Amongst themselves, I should say. Betrothed can marry, finally. So, Rikissa, Oystein's daughter, can now marry Ragnarr Lothbrok. So let's do that. Marry them. There we go. So actually, oh, we could get some prestige or some gold. Well, we get a lot of prestige, so let's just get some gold. So what I was actually looking at is this, and we can eventually make our country bigger, or something else. Like if we look over here, intrigue, we can here found a merchant republic, which would make me a merchant republic. So the whole kingdom of Swidiat would become a merchant republic, or I could adopt feudalism, which basically makes me something like West Francia, where you can see here they actually have castles and temples and cities, and that is basically what will happen if we click one of those two options. We would be able to do that. Venice, for instance, is a republic, so you can see there that the city is the biggest, and basically we would decide over Hatuna what it would become, and can then do more stuff. Regardless, we can't do that now because we don't have the money for the stuff that we need to become it. And on top of that, we need a few more things, like we need to have... we can't be an unreformed pagan, so we would have to either become Catholic or something, or reform our faith, I should say. And we have to get absolute tribal organization as well. And we have to have one of those large market cities or a stone hill fort, which is stuff we can build eventually, but you can see here we need gold for that. We could have a look at our laws though, how we can get to a high organization. It would actually reduce the vassal opinion of us by quite a lot over time. But maybe we should have a think about it, because maybe we want to be a reformed pagan at the end, and you know, have this big country. So maybe we can do this later on. Maybe after this war. I don't know. We'll see. So this one has actually joined us, and he's the chief of Upland. So that's actually good, because now he becomes my my son's father-in-law. Right now he's just a vassal, but he probably will like us better at the end. Let's see if he actually likes us better already because of something. He's content, that helps. Marriage ties, yeah, there we go. 30 extra opinion, so that's good. And that's how we're linked. And I think he's their house is also very good, so it's good that we merged our houses. So now all kinds of people are streaming in to get Swami from our enemies. And oh yeah, we were actually having a look at maybe doing something here. We could add some extra infantry, some extra archers. We also would want to have this, but we don't have the money yet. Could have a larger levy size. You know what? I'm gonna go with some extra light infantry. That's fine. And Ragnarr of Helsingland has provided me with proof that Haukar of Vermaland is the same guy again, isn't it? And is this the same guy? It's not. And viciously slandering me. How should I use this information? Well, I think Haukar is actually someone who likes me, so why would I do that? I'm just gonna keep this information to myself. But thanks anyway. I mean, it's nice, maybe. So now I'm building something here. It's the war camp. I use some prestige on it because we have a lot of prestige, so it's not a bad thing. And right now these guys are actually sieging down Swami. Oh damn, we're losing here. They went in with a too low morale, I guess. This child needs an educator, so let's do that. It's fine. And again, someone runs in and dies. But now we've got a large army on them. And they lose. Meanwhile, this is almost down, and when it is, you have the war goal. War goal is important because that basically gives you a ticking war score. That means that you get because you own the war goal, they are basically losing, and they are slowly losing the grasp over the war. So this number will now go up. You can see there's a 0.00%. Because I control Suomi, that will slowly go up because that is the ticking war score that I have the thing that we need. Even with blunt blades in a training fight is a dangerous thing. Sometimes a sword might strike you just a bit too hard, and my friend apparently no wait, my friend actually gets a wound, and a wound gives you -1 martial, but more importantly -1 health, which can be very devastating at high age, and he is 51, so, and reduces personal combat skill, so he becomes wounded. You can see here. It's not something you lose over time or anything. Well, not automatically anyway. There's not like a timer like you're wounded for this long, but usually after a while, if you didn't die to it, it becomes a scar. We actually have one of those. So right now there's some people running all over the place, not knowing where to go. Patience is a virtue, but sometimes it gets on my nerves. My son Halston never loses his temper, so he's patient, but we don't want that. So he also becomes wrath. He can get extra martial, and he is also someone. So let's just click this one then. Fine. And we're over the vassal limit and everything because apparently we lost something. I guess we lost some stewardship. So maybe we can change this to stewardship. There we go. That changes everything. Still not enough to change our vassal limit though. This guy could get content. That's exactly what we need, because that means he has no intention of gaining a title. That's very good. And he gets it right before he comes of age. He becomes a brilliant strategist. For some reason he became higher level than we are ourselves. And he has claims on Akerus, right? And Alfheimer. I don't know why though. Maybe because the wife. No, I don't know why he got it. Well, I guess maybe I think he got it through my wife, my dead wife. Who apparently died recently. I didn't even notice. Well, it's only a month ago. So yeah. But anyway, he became a brilliant strategist. That's fine. So we can marry again, but that would mean that we have a chance of getting extra kids. Do we want to risk that? Well, we could just betroth ourselves to this one, because she's only 2. Most likely will be dead before she reaches the right age. So that would help. So we're gonna offer a peace to this guy. Does it stay Suomi? Let's check. Get it? No, it becomes Finland now. Great. So, but we have to give this one away because our demesne is too big. At the same time, though, this is nice and close to our capital, while this is very poor land. Look at it. We only can get a few areas here. Much more there. So these are just not worth a lot. So let's give these ones away instead. So do we have anyone in our court that could hold some land? I can't give it to our kids, I don't think. Sigurdur is our spy master. Well, we could give it to him. He probably would be glad to get back into our lands. If we give him the coastal one, because I think that one is better. Then we also have Ishmael, who is not of the right tribe, but he is Germanic. But he's a eunuch, so I don't think he can get land anyway. I can get land, but he couldn't. He couldn't get a what do you call it? He couldn't get an heir. But you know what? I don't have anyone else anyway, so maybe we do it. Yeah, let's just do it. There you go. Give him Lapland. There you go. Have fun. Now we have an open council position, and we could actually get this guy. Put into scheme. Oh no, I did it wrong again. Well, whatever. Meanwhile, we can settle the tribe with this one. We do it there. It's fine. And actually have a look at our technology. Get some trade practice and cavalry. Now, I think that is plenty for today. We've really grown our country this time, with a little bit of conquest, but mostly through diplomacy. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like it in the area below this video, and also subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you guys next time. Cheerio! Oh no, this is it. The independence faction has grown too strong, and it is time for you to recognize the full independence of Trøndelag, the other state in the independence faction. Be reasonable and let us not resort to bloodshed. Signed, Scully of Trøndelag. Now, I will not be blackmailed, and that means I have to raise my levies as soon as possible. Apparently it's going to import goods to the organic food market, which seems a bit weird because it's a bug spray van. So I was thinking that right now I have a scamp, right? That's following me around. And I was wondering whether we would get other animals. Now, for first thing, there are clanfears around, so it's quite possible. But second of all, I think you can evolve your powers. So I think that is how I'll get a clanfear in the end. Oh, damn. I accidentally made a salto.